Welcome on into Same But Different. This is a very special Halloween episode, although nothing's going to be special about it because Derek's not here. I am alone. I am very obviously the horror icon Ted Lasso, Jason Sudeikis. Ooh, super scary stuff. I am here this week to review VHS Beyond, the next installment in the VHS franchise. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I have not seen 3 of the VHS movies. Granted, that doesn't matter. They're anthology movies. It's not like I need to see VHS 1985 or whatever it's called to understand VHS Beyond. They're just short films. So let's go. Much like the VHSs I've seen, there are some really good ones. And then there's some not so good ones. What I will say though is there wasn't anything in this one that was so bad. In the anthology movies, there's often really good and really bad. But this one was really good and they weren't that bad. I'm gonna have to come out of the gate and give VHS Beyond, I don't know. I didn't think about that. I hit record pretty fast. When Derek said he couldn't be here, I hit record. Also, we're gonna lose the glasses because the ring light is ruining things. So, we're gonna lose the glasses. Let's give it a 7. Whatever. Let's give it a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. My face is shiny. It's bright outside. So let's go through these really quickly. The first one, Stork. Now, I didn't know the name was Stork until I looked into this after, so I did not expect a fucking stork. This was wicked. Played out much like a video game. It felt like you were getting in the truck and your crewmates were like prepping you on the mission. The first person aspect of this one was super fun. The acting was atrocious. It played out like a haunted house. It was really, really cool. It was very gory. It was very bloody. There were jump scares. It was like you were playing House of the Dead at your local arcade or something. This one was really cool. And then it ended with a fucking stork monster in the attic, and I didn't expect a stork. Stork is a fucked up word, and this was a fucked up short, but it was just so much fun. So this one I actually did give a 7. Let's see if I lay it all out and I rate each of them. My average is a 7, because that's how we'll get my real rating. So a 7 for the first one. Now the second one was tough because I love Bollywood movies a lot, and this one definitely tried to it even had the Bollywood song in there. This one really tried to pay homage to those kinds of movies. The acting was a lot better in this one, but I just didn't enjoy it as much. I don't vibe with the whole like robot monster thing they were going for. I just don't think like robots have much of a place in horror. And I'm sure I could eat those words, and I don't necessarily mean that. And I'm sure I can think of examples, and you can think of examples, and you'll roast me in the comments. But I didn't necessarily care for it. But the mix between found footage and like the on-set footage that it was cutting to was really cool. It made it very cinematic. So I gave this one a 6. The third one. Now this is the one I was really excited to talk to Derek about, because there was a Superman reference, and Derek is a big old Superman nerd. This one had the biggest jump scares in the movie, but it was also the least horror. I don't know, in a weird way. It was out in the daylight, it was out in a field, it was just friends. This was a different kind of scary, and I fucking loved it. This was my favorite short, and it was about skydivers who were about to do it for some guy's birthday, but the plane crashes. They end up in like a cornfield or an apple orchard or something. I don't fucking remember. It doesn't matter. And aliens are there. And it was really cool, and they like open their mouth this vertically, and they like shoot rays into your head. It was really cool. The dude's head on the parachute when he landed was fucking cool. The alien design was wicked. It was really cool. This one was high adrenaline. It popped off and it didn't stop. And this one I gave a 9 out of 10. It was wicked. It was super cool. Now the fourth one, this is the one directed by Justin Long. This was the one that excited me about VHS Beyond, and this one was called Fur Babies, and it is about a woman who pretends to own a doggy daycare, but turns the people who give their dogs to her. She turns the people into dogs by surgically attaching dog bones to their mouth and tails and paws and stuff. It's funny that Justin Long did this one because he starred in that movie Tusk, in which he turns into a walrus slowly through surgery. The woman who owned the dog place, fucking eerie. Eerie as shit. I hated her in the best way possible. She was so good at this role. But it was too fucking funny and weird to be scary, and it didn't scare me. I don't know how I feel. It was probably my least favorite one in the movie. And I think the weirdest part about this one is that it didn't really have an ending, whereas the other ones did. Whether everybody dies or someone escapes or whatever, the other ones had like finality to them. This one kind of just ended. Jump scare. I forgot to give this one a rating, so I gave this one a 5, coming back a day later. 5. Bye. See ya later. And the last one. So this one was the directorial debut of Kate Siegel, who is Mike Flanagan's wife, who did The Haunting of Hill House, Bly Manor, Midnight Mass, all those good stuff. So this was her directorial debut, and wasn't the best, but it was a solid directorial debut. That's the thing, is it was well directed. It was also really cool to see Alana Pierce. She was a member of Funhouse, who I watched for a long time, just like online video game commentary, goofy goobers who did some stuff. And I didn't know she was an actor. I don't know about this one. It was tough because I was really intrigued by what was going on. It was a really cool exploration of finding an alien ship and going into it. And I don't think I've ever seen anything like this one particularly, but like she just kept making really stupid decisions. But it was cool. It's hard. I don't have much to say about this one. It was a really interesting story about this one girl. I don't know why the fuck she did half of the things she did if she was by herself. I would never touch all the goo, touch the strings, be a fucking loon all by myself. How did this one ever get back to people? How did that VHS tape ever get back to civilization? This last one, I guess I gave a 6 to. So what do we got? We got 7, 6, 9, 5, 6. I think that averages a 7. I'm going to stick with my original 7. I liked it. The other stuff along the way, I didn't really care about the overarching story between the... It didn't land for me, and then it ended poorly. So I just treat this like the 5 individual shorts, and I don't really care about that, like, connecting story. What a load of hullabaloo. Solid flick. If anything, check out Live and Let Dive, which was the 3rd segment. I thought it was wicked. I thought it was really, really cool. So we'll be back next week. We've been a little off. Derek's been very busy spooking up the scares at his haunted house, but we're coming back. We'll be back, obviously. I don't know what we're going to watch next week because Derek's not here right now and we normally decide together. But thank you for watching Same But Different. Please drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of VHS Beyond. Let me know what spooky movie we should have watched this season that we didn't watch. Like, subscribe, share, comment, be our best friend, come to Thanksgiving dinner next year, all the good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world to us. Keep watching movies, and I love you. A fucking stork?